Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm so happy to see you here with me again. And today we'll be discussing about self-confidence and why it is not how you feel but what you think you're capable of. So today I'll be taking you through 6 pillars of self-esteem that you can use starting from now. Yeah, so let's get straight into it. I also wanted to say that I'm not here alone. I'm here with my presentation. So I'll leave a link for the presentation so you can read it on your own. So yeah, and now we can start. We tend to think that self-esteem as a static thing, a state in which your mind naturally fills you with positive, supportive thoughts, never being too bothered by doubts and fears. This, however, is where the link between self-esteem and self-aggrandizement blurs. Nathaniel Brandon, one of the leading experts on self-esteem, says it all comes down to 2 main things: self-efficacy. So this means believing that you can handle any challenge that life throws at you, and self-respect. This is knowing that you deserve support and love just like anyone else. Brandon also mentioned that self-esteem is not a feeling that comes and goes. It's a deep belief you build over time through choices and actions. So self-esteem is not about positive vibes. So how do we actually build it? Here's 6 pillars that Brandon mentioned. And guys, I really want to warn you that these pillars is not for one time thing. You have to turn it into habit, and turn it into a routine, and you have to do it gradually through your life. The first one is living consciously. I know that you've heard it for a million times, but I'll say it anyway. So what does that mean? This means being aware of your choices, of your actions, and what's happening around you. Because in the distracted, overstimulated world, living unconsciously is a default. You act on autopilot, driven by habits you never questioned, beliefs you're never examined, and emotion you never possessed. To be honest, I think that living consciously brings you back your own power under your life. So, second thing is self-acceptance. I heard so many times from people that self-acceptance is repeating yourself constantly that you're perfect, like you're enough, you're beautiful, you're smart, etc., without even believing in it. But the truth is, self-acceptance is more in believing and seeing your whole self without judgment. So why is self-acceptance so important nowadays? So I'll tell you guys why. Because without self-acceptance, self-improvement becomes self-punishment. From my point of view, you're not growing, you're actually trying to fix yourself to meet an invisible standards. You constantly reject part of who you are, hoping that doing so will make you enough, but you are never enough. I'll tell you something, you will never be enough. You will never be perfect for everyone. There will be someone that will dislike you anyway. So instead of trying to be liked, you have to first accept, embrace, and then let it go. More than that, you can't build confidence or resilience from a foundation of self-rejection. When you finally accept yourself and love yourself, you won't be wasting your energy on shame and denial. Here we on the third, self-responsibility. So what is self-responsibility? So when you're responsible, you take charge of your own life. And you fully understand the phrase, it may not be your fault, but it's still your problem. So why self-responsibility is important? Because until you take full responsibility over your life, you will be waiting for someone to fix your life, to fix your relationship, maybe even for permission to move forward. So here we are on the fourth one. It is self-assertiveness. You can't stand up for yourself without being defensive. So let's break down what is assertiveness and defensiveness. When someone is defensive, they react out of fear. Fear of criticism, rejection. Their response is usually impulsive, emotionally charged, and aiming to protect their ego. On the other hand, assertiveness stems from self-assurance. A person who is assertive acknowledges their worth and expresses their thoughts calmly and directly. Assertiveness respects both the self and the parts. Defensiveness often disregards both. So, to stand up for yourself without being defensive means engaging with the challenges from a place of grounded confidence, not emotionally reactivity. So I'll repeat it again. Defensiveness is born of fear, assertiveness is born of confidence. So the fifth one is living purposefully. I know that you've heard it like a million times, but I'll say it anyway. So living purposefully is to have a goal or a direction that you following. It is really important that you really recognize that your goal is not something distant or abstract, but something you actively create through your choices by being engaged in the moment. So the insight here is going to be purposefulness is not a fixed destination, it's a mindset that you have to acquire. So the last but not least, personal integrity. To be honest, I'm facing this integrity for the first time. So I'll try to deliver it. Personal integrity is the commitment to live in alignment with your own principles, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. Other than that, it means holding yourself to a standard that is not simply inherited from a culture, but consciously chosen and internalized. So finally, why self-integrity is necessary? Because in the absence of integrity, success loses its meaning, and the relationships, including the one you have with your own self, become unstable. Personal integrity is what protects your long-term character in a world full of short-term temptations. By effectively practicing self-integrity, you will build your self-trust, and self-trust is the foundation of self-esteem. So the final thoughts, what we have learned today. So self-esteem is not only confidence or being perfect. It's about choices you make every day to be aware, to accept yourself, to take responsibility over your life, to speak up, to live with purpose, and to stay true to your values. These choices repeated over time will create deep confidence that no one can take away from you.